You know, just send lings every once in a while in just to deal with things. Scout, basically. Still don't see any tanks, so I'm gonna go in here now that my or whenever my Baneling speed finishes. Excuse me.
Gotcha. Now you've made a lot of banelings. Is this an all-in?
No,
No,
this
obviously
is
not.
really
You've
just
got
pressure. If
a
I see one
million
tank,
drones.
I'm moving DAC. If I see one tank, no tanks. Still. Okay, so I'm gonna make a whole bunch more Banelings. So I still don't see any tanks. Might as well. In my head, at least, that's my theory. And notice I'm not really even getting any mutas at all.
Right.
I feel like I don't really need them at this point. And I'll go ahead and take even like a third base. But anyway. Alright, let's see how my Banelings do here. Still no tanks.
Oh, Marines!
Notice that worked pretty well, I would say.
Yeah, I would call that. I would call that kind of effective.
Kind of. Me too.
Kind of effective. Spades thinking the same thing, clearly.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping I'd kill that command center too, actually.
That's pretty awesome.
And now I have mutas, I can keep getting
Now,
upgrades.
I have to comment, because it seems like your ZvT is maybe a little bit less structured than your ZvP. You seem to have a much more rigid plan to your Zerg versus Protoss, and your ZvT seems a hell of a lot more adaptive.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it has to be, realistically. ZVP, you doesn't really matter what you see. You make roaches, you make lings, you make banes, doesn't matter, who cares.
Right.
But ZVT, you need to adjust. And you need good micro.
So obviously you're way ahead. You've killed a ton of units. You've killed his natural. And it
Yeah,
looks like you're
just-
about to kill this army.
Pretty much. That's the theory behind it.
That's got to be GG, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just go counter with whatever units you have left. And it's not gonna matter really what he has. I have, you know, again, 4 hatcheries, that 1 macro hatch. And just, like, there's nothing he's really doing here. See you again.
All right. So Spades is got to be feeling a little bit sad. Those 2 games were both pretty quick.
That they were. I'm gonna be right back 1 second, get some water, if that's okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. 1 sec.
And I think I'll take us to. We'll go play on Typhon Peaks. All right. Voidquake, I haven't checked my email since earlier, but I will as soon as this is over. Someone lets Spades on a team LMAO. That's bannable.
It is. Spades is very, very good.
Spades is excellent. Excellent. All right. Poke Bunny hopping in here to look on. Could be an opportunity for some MLG revenge, Spades. Or I'm sorry, Sheth.
It's okay. Hey, let me put it this way. Poke Bunny wasn't 17th in MLG Dallas.
There you go. There you go. All set from Sheth. As soon as I get to go ahead from Spades, we'll rock and roll.
That's my revenge, folks. That's my revenge.
All right, so here we are on Typhon Peaks. Now we talked yesterday about Typhon Peaks, and we concluded that a little bit hard for ZvP because of how narrow it is. How do you feel about this map in Zerg versus Terran?
I don't like it here either.
Okay.
I just don't like I pick maps, and there are reasons I don't like it, but I mean I should be able to work around that. I think I need more practice on the map. I'm uncomfortable with it. But like here's EVT from like if you're in top to bottom positions, I feel like they can push you so easily. Like
Right.
because there's just these small chokes and then
Yeah.
you hit your expansion. And you really have no answer to like slow pushes that are really close from Terran. Like you can't really go around it. Like you can, but they're gonna kill your natural, and I don't like the trade-off, and just a bunch of things. If they do it really, really slowly, they can have a nice little like Terrans can put a defense in their natural, just a complete wall off, and then do this slower than molasses push to your base on small chokes, and you're just like,
It's almost like the old Shakuras.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's a little bit better than the Ultra Curse because the Ultra Curse there'd be like an expansion in between these rocks.
Yeah.
And they could like take on the way to killing me, and it's like, oh la la, more minerals. So it's a little bit harder, but I still dislike it.
Oh, that's fun. I feel like Typhon Peaks is one of the better maps that Blizzard has made. I'll say that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Blizzard has a tendency to make maps that are kind of
Is this
questionable.
MLG version?
This is?
Okay, cool. I was like, there's a supply depot here?
Yeah.
That's cool. I forgot this was an MLG map now.
Yeah. Good little practice before Columbus, where I still have to make my freaking hotel reservations. I'm going to do that when we finish the show.
Nice. I'm still just thrilled because I'll be number like 16, I think, at least. So I'm in top 16. I'll get one of those passes, and I won't have any more problems with security, hopefully.
You just go wherever you please.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta tell you what happened to me, like off stream sometime.
Okay.
But yeah. Yep.
I remember In Control was quite pleased with his top 16 pass because he could just do whatever he wanted. He felt like
Really?
a total baller. Yeah.
Nice.
I remember in Dallas, it's like a camera got stolen or something, and security was like stopping everybody.
Yep.
I was like walking outside with Idra to do an interview with him, and he had his keyboard bag, and the guard's like, "Open up your bag."
Yep.
And Greg's like, "Really?
Do I have to?
Do
Like
you
me?
really think a big camera's gonna fit in here?"
Yeah, I got searched too, and like, it's a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
Alright, so now my scout drone's gonna be too late. Another reason I'm not a huge fan of this map. Like, he could be 2-axing me. Okay, it doesn't look like he is, but I'm not gonna be able to get inside, to say the least. So like I have to make these lings that I don't necessarily want to. But I can still just check that gas timing.
Right.
Nothing else.
Gas is a big deal. Now, let me ask you this. If I get a drone in his base and I scout one gas, it really makes me want to do some roach pressure because I feel like the majority of the things he could do off of one gas are really vulnerable to that. What's your take on that statement?
Well, first of all, oops, I accidentally did one larva inject. But, yeah, I agree. I don't know if it's one gas, though. I know it's just not 2 gas,
Right.
which is kind of pretty different. I am, like, confused about this, though.
Oh, that's cute. Nice
Yeah.
micro spades.
Yep. But, I mean, he did kind of have to waste a bit.
Yeah. Lost some mining time.
Yep. And I now know it's, like, a 2 barracks, and now he's thrown down a second refinery. So I'm kind of not expecting Banshee. I'm just making it that same, like, expansion build he did last game.
Okay.
Or at least a close variation to it. Oh no, he wasted a scan, which means he definitely has a second command center there. Like in my head, that's now concrete. So yeah, just he should throw down a that one building that's defensive. That bunker. There we go. Should probably throw down a bunker.
Okay.
And at this point here is where I can do that. Just basically the same thing I did last game, or the first game, excuse me. Just start getting speed, take some guys off gas.
Now, something that I struggle with regularly in this matchup is when to take the third base.
I see.
You're obviously expanding off of this pressure.
Yep.
Which might just kill him.
Maybe.
Obviously, it's not going to kill him, but you're going to do some damage here.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this roach pressure is good.
It's not bad.
Now, had you been sending or rallying speedlings across with that, would you have won the game right there?
I don't have speed, but if I had speed, maybe.
Okay.
It's really just I wanted to be able to macro behind it.
Mhm.
If I don't macro behind it, then if he holds off, I just lose. So I'd much rather do something like this.
All right.
Where again, now I know his tech, and he can be fairly easily countered again, in my opinion. Like once you know someone's tech that well, it's like just a horrible thing. It's a horrible feeling.
And so you're going to rock Muddling Bane again.
Yeah, just that same sort of primarily Lingbane.
You've been droning pretty hard. You got your 2 bases more or less saturated. Once you take gases, you might need a few more drones, I guess.
Yep.
Now, we talked a lot about infestors at the beginning of this, and you haven't even nodded in their direction yet. Why is that? And well, just why is that?
I don't need them. In the early game, this is too early for me to use roaches. I feel like this is too aggressive for him.
I can't tell if Spades is making bad attacks or if you're just a step ahead the whole way. What's your take on this?
Well, I've prepared for this sort of build. Like, it's not difficult for me to deal with in any way, really.
And that's all based off what you saw with your initial roaches?
Yeah. The initial roaches tell me everything. I don't know. I don't know how to say anything more than that. Yeah, this is all roach play. Like, everything here has been based off of that. There's no need for me to have any more intel. Like, from here I know he's probably going into some tech that's not this. Doesn't really matter what it is. I can get to Banelings before it's out, usually. And if not, I'll have roaches to help me deal with it. If it's Banshees, like I said, that's what I have the most problem with. But, like, I should scout for that. Like, that's the one thing I should look at right here and be like, are there Banshees? But even if they are, I'm going to have my lair, and I'll be able to make more queens and sort of thing. So, anyway, I have a huge economic lead here this game.
Yeah, you've been droning really hard. I think it's cool to note that every time you've sort of pushed across the map with your army, you've used that as an opportunity to drone.
Yeah. And just, like, put your army over here. Like, it doesn't hurt anything to have it there.
Right. If he comes at it with something bigger than you can handle, you just back off. Infestation pit going down.
Yeah. Figured since, we were talking about Infestation Pit, I should do that a little bit at least.
Fair enough.
But yeah, like, notice this time, like, these games I haven't even went into using those roaches. Like,
right.
They got all their use just from initial play.
Yeah.
And, like, sometimes I'll transition with roaches, but in games like this where they're pure bio, that's like the counter to roaches, so I don't need to. That's a lot of those units again.
Yep, Marauders.
Yeah. Gotta love that language skills of mine. Them 1 units.
I variate, man. You gotta variate your unit composition.
Exactly. You've been learning, my friend.
So I see your 4th base going down now. Kind of an interesting choice for where to expand.
Yeah.
But who am I to question the almighty Sheth? Here's a question. You've been working off of 1 Evo chamber kind of regularly. Is there a reason you don't like double ups?
Well, in this case,